Frank Morrison. I hope everyone had an amazing Christmas and a wonderful start to your new year. I'm sorry I wasn't here last Monday. That was a tricky day for me. There's a few of you who know that I own a Volkswagen Vanagon, and this sucker has tested me, boy. I've worked really hard to grow this hair out over the last few years, and I tell you, I was close to shaving it off the other day, but I stayed strong. I powered through. But unfortunately, that day gave me so much trouble that I just could not get online, and I didn't have the mindset to do it. So it would have been a little bit of a disservice. So I'll say it again, Happy New Year. I hope your year is off to a fantastic 2025. For those of you that are new, this live stream I use to talk about how I was able to defeat the evils of alcohol. And there's a handful of folks, and I know it's way more than a handful, that struggle with this. And I say a handful. I'm hoping that I get some folks to get in on a chat with me and talk about things, because I'm here for you. I'm here to share what I went through. Each live stream, I try to tell a little bit of a story of that period of my life, and I'll get to something in the next few minutes. But I'm here for you to chat about things and to let you know that you're not alone. And do I dare say it's easier than you think? John Doe, Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you very much. I've got a chat. Excuse me, folks. And so, if you have some things that you want to talk about, feel free to throw in a chat with me. Hey, this is the hardest part that I feel I'm going through, that I can't do this. What I was going to say was, do I dare to say it's easier than you think? Once you start the process, you start to see immediate change. And it's a wonderful thing. Yes, it is so difficult to get started, to get on the path, to find that path that's going to get your life back. You got to get your life back. If alcohol is running your life, you have got to get your life back. Is 2025 the year to do it for the rest of your life? I think so. And I'm going to be here to be positive for you. What I do is I do a Frank's Weekly 5. I'm going to start with the first one. I've wished you Happy New Year. Happy New You. You're watching this for a reason, because you want to get yourself back. So Happy New You. You're thinking about it? That's a great, great start. Are you on the path to clarity? Do you see it? Do you have friends that don't drink and go, man, how do you not drink, man? Well, you'll get there. You're gonna get there. Are you on that path to clarity? Are you going to attempt dry January? Is that a good move for someone who is so deep into drinking and drinking daily? I don't know. What I do have to remember on each one of my live streams is to state, I am not a doctor. I don't have a medical degree. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a neurologist. I'm just a regular guy sharing what I went through to let you know that you can do it. You can quit. Get rid of this evil stuff that has grabbed a hold of you and controls your thoughts on a daily basis and has stolen your life away from you. It's stolen your money away from you. It's stealing your relationships away from you. Has it gotten to the point that where throughout the day you're waiting for that, if it's work, that work day to end so you can have that drink because you think that that's what's gonna relax you? That's been a common excuse for millions. It's how I relax, man. It's how I relax. You know, I said the same thing. It's how I relax. And then it was 3. Then it was 4. And it was 8 beers. And you don't even know what's happening. So that can't be the reason for you to relax. And there's another one down here that I'm going to get to that kind of covers one of those issues with relaxing, getting rid of your anxiety. Number 2, and I'm sharing this one because it's really, really meaningful to me and will be for the rest of my life. And my mother and I used to joke. This was prior to me having this problem. My mother and I would joke and say, life is nothing but a test. And I was young when we talked about these things. I was in my 20s. And now this has come full circle. And I've always thought about that, and I'll call it a quote. Life is nothing but a test. And you have to pass it every single day. Did you wake up in the morning? Well, you passed your first test. All of the things that you do throughout the day, you're passing a test. Well, this is going to be one of the hardest tests you will ever pass. And yes, you will pass. You will not fail. You will pass. And you'll find that path to clarity. And you will thank yourself, and you will thank everyone around you that has given you the support. In week 9, so this is 2 weeks ago, I had mentioned surround yourself around believers. So yeah, you'll be thanking your believers. And everyone is going to be incredibly proud of you. But most importantly, you be proud of you. You be proud of you. Because that's what this is all about. Number 3. Here's the one I was just referencing a little bit. And it's the truth about anxiety and alcohol. And I just mentioned, I need that drink. At the end of the day, it helps me relax. And then it becomes more and more and more. You know, for a very short period of time, it's getting rid of that anxiety that you had throughout the day. But it's building it up in you like you just don't know, and it comes right back full force the next day. Why? Because your body's looking for that alcohol. It needs it at this point. So the truth about anxiety and alcohol feeds anxiety. It doesn't calm it. And that is the truth. Psychologically, you're telling yourself it's calming, but inside, what it's doing to you is destroying you. It's just destroying you. A couple live streams ago, I had I put out a challenge, and I think I asked this a couple of live streams also, and I'll ask it again. So the challenge was, can you list 5 things that you used to do in your life that you no longer do? And do you understand that those things you no longer do because alcohol became a priority? And you no longer do those fun things, whether it's a hobby or it's things you do with the family, whatever it is. If you're new to this, Make that list for yourself. Write it down. Write those things down that you want to get back, because they're there. And when you find that clarity, you're immediately going to start getting those back. You're going to go searching for them. You want to do the things that you used to do. I promise you that. Number 4, quitting alcohol will allow you to write the rest of your life's story. When you're drinking every day, you're drunk every day, you're hungover the next day, you're starting the cycle all over again, and that's not a story. What is that? It's a waste of life, is what that is. I'll say it again. Quitting alcohol will allow you to write the rest of your life's story. I'm doing it right now. I'm My Life After 50, Frank Morrison, and I'm proud of it, and my life is on YouTube. If you haven't, I'll sidetrack a little bit. If you haven't looked at my channel outside of the live stream, I invite you to. There's some funny stuff on there, and then there's a lot of things that I do with my Vanagon that I'm building out. It's a slow process. I've actually owned it. It was a year on Christmas Day. So the anniversary of owning the Vanagon was just last week. And I have to quickly, not quickly, but I have to thank my girlfriend for having the patience that she's given me the last few weeks as I've battled through all of these agonizing pains that my van has given me, because it's been tricky. So she's been there for me. It's been great. All right. I won't get to number 5. Think about writing your life's story and how important that's going to be to you. And that's on a daily basis. And the people that you're going to surround yourself by, and I say re-surround because you're going to be a new and different person, they're going to see that story every single day that you write it. And you're going to love it. You're going to have the clarity. You're going to want to do anything that you want to do. You got to take that leap. If you are new, just joining in on this, I actually used a professional service. So here's my story for this particular live stream. I try to take a story out of each one of my live streams of what I went through during that time frame. And the story was this: I had a terrible seizure, and it was at a graduation of a young high school girl. And I was asked to photograph for them. And sadly, I was not drinking, but my body was looking for the alcohol, and I felt it coming on, and I had a seizure. Now, I wasn't anywhere near, I wasn't up front, so that I would disrupt the entire graduation ceremony, thank God, but it was bad enough. That family did not get the wonderful images that I had planned on taking for them, which, for those of you that don't know, I'm also a photographer. And so a couple of days later, after I left the hospital, I was at the house and I got a phone call from a nurse. And the nurse was just checking in on me. And she goes, Frank, there's an amazing facility off the mountain. I was living in the mountains of North Carolina during this time. And there's an amazing facility off the mountain that I can refer you to. I'm not going to pressure you to do this, And she said some things along the lines of, I know you're a good person, and I can see what's happening to you, and I think that this program can help you. And so I thanked her. I didn't take it seriously as I had most of the time when people were reaching out to me. They were literally reaching out to me. Come take this now. Here's your carrot. And I wasn't taking the carrot. Another month or so went by, and unfortunately I almost had another one. And I told that story in one of my other live streams. But that moment that I was able to find the strength while holding my son's hand, I asked him to hold my hand to help me power through this seizure that I was about to have. He was watching this, and he thankfully granted that wish, and I held his hand, and I literally powered through, and I didn't let it get me. And that day, I just, Frank, this is it, man. This is it. You can't do this anymore. Following morning, made the phone call to this nurse, and this nurse was ecstatic to hear from me. I said, let's do this right now. She literally made the phone call, and I went off the mountain to this awesome place. I believe I've got the pamphlet right here. And yes, this is in the mountains in North Carolina. I'll show it again as I showed it the past couple of live streams. It is the Catawba Valley Medical Center, and that's in Hickory. They take people that have numerous addictions. But these people were absolutely amazing. So that's where my point of all of this is I sought professional help. And I'm going to suggest that you do the same, because it is extremely dangerous. If you've had episodes, whether it's panic attacks and seizures, your body's not going to let you just stop drinking. Any medical professional is going to tell you that. You can start the process by slowing down, but you're going to need to get true professional help. So I absolutely 100% tell you that's the route you need to take. If you're watching this, and I might get a little off track here, but if you're watching this and you classify yourself as a social drinker, but you're trying to cut back, the process could be a lot easier for you. You can definitely do it. And is your plan to attempt the dry January approach in hopes that you can handle it? I wish you luck with that. I'm not sure how easy that can be, but I wish you luck with that. Number 5, the end goal. The end goal. To be able to love yourself. To be able to love yourself. That's your end goal. To be proud of yourself and to love yourself. It's incredibly important. And that goes away. It literally goes away when you're drinking every day, because there's no love there. There just isn't. There's just no love there. So your end goal is to love yourself. You'll be loving others also, but you're surrounding yourself around your believers, and they're going to help you get through this. I got through it. and you can too. As I end each live session, each live stream, here's this quote, and I want you to make today your best day ever until tomorrow. That's very strong. Best day ever has been around for quite some time. Very cool quote. Until tomorrow takes it that next level. And you can find these and other styles on redbubble.com under FJM Art, or simply on Redbubble type in "Make today your best day ever until tomorrow," and I will show up, or I will pop up on my homepage for the products that I have there. I think this is a great gift for someone who you're trying to help. If you're watching this because you're trying to help someone, motivational quotes are fantastic, and I love mine. And obviously, I'm going to try to push this. So it'll also get you to the point of being able to love yourself again. But you share this as well. Make today your best day ever until tomorrow. I thank you so much for watching. If you're thinking about that list, 5 things you used to do that you want to get back, I'd love to hear about them next week. Send them to me in a chat, or you can add them on a comment. The way the live stream process works, as I've learned, is when I finish this live stream, I actually have to go into the YouTube program and switch it to public so that it's available for folks to watch afterwards if they weren't able to watch it live stream. Oh, I also, this is so important, and shame on me. Thank you, all of the supporters of my channel, those that have left me comments, have given me thumbs ups, likes, and have subscribed to my channel. Yes, I am trying to monetize this channel. I'm not really trying to monetize it through these live streams. I'm doing this because I thought it's important. I know there's people out there that are struggling, that are really, really know they have a problem, they want to quit drinking. But I'm trying to get monetized through all of my other videos that I do. So all of your support, I thank you so much. This is what I want to show you. I got a little, it may not be a lot, and there it is. I reached 250 subscribers. Yes, it's been a long haul. I'm going against the grain with a non-niche channel. Niche this, niche that, whatever. This is about my life after 50, and you're seeing it. So thank you so much, 250 subscribers. Love the support. Until next week, check out some of those other videos. And if you haven't seen the video on how I sat right there in that leather chair and spilled my guts, it's about an hour long. It is gonna grab you because it's unedited, unscripted. I just spilled my guts. I'd love for you to watch that. Yes, it's long. Break it up. Watch 15 minutes here, 10 minutes there. It'll show you what I went through, and it was brutal. Thank you so much. Until next week, make today your best day ever until tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.